good partners, the place where the guys will smash you every training, will put the pressure on you every training, and then you understand like the competition can be worse than this. About the belt system. To be honest, this is one of the most complicated things for me. Understand when is the best time to promote someone. Yes, we have the competitors and we have the guys who came to the gym just to find friends, to lose a weight, for fun, you know? And we need to understand like the individual person. Of course, in our days, the competitors, they receive the belt first. It's normal, because this is normal process. Especially if the guy, he start to win the tournaments, have no reason to keep this guy in the same belt for so long. He need to move to the next step. In IBJJF, we have like a rules and we need to follow the rules. So before was really common, guys like receive the black belts after 3 or 4 years. Now you have like a minimum time in every belt. For normal guys, I have a different system. I look like how often this guy train, if this guy is dedicated or not, if this guy is like he helped the other guys or not, even if his guy don't like to compete, but he goes in the tournaments, he support the team, if he come early, if he's the first guy to come and the last guy to left the gym. I have many things to see before I give the belt for them. And to be honest, time to time I change something, you know, because what I can see in our days is like that. The last European I saw like the guy in brown belt, I will not tell the name, but he was 3 times European champion in brown belt. I saw the girl in blue belt, she was 2 times a world champion in blue belt. She was 3 times European champion in blue belt. Sometimes we put like, I put my guys to compete now in the new belt, and they will compete to the guy who have like a 6-7 years in the same belt. This is not fair. If you want results, sometimes you need to do the same. It's not beautiful, it's not nice, but sometimes you need to do the same. The guys who normally compete in my gym, sometimes I need to keep them a little bit more in the belt because of these other teams. So they have a rules like the minimum time for the belt, but they don't have a rules like the maximum time. They don't control like how long the guys stay in the same belt. And this is not beautiful for sport, this is not nice, but sometimes we need to follow the game also, because if we will not do this, for our students will be really bad. But of course we have a difference between the competitors and normal students. When we talk about the normal students, I look the individual, I never look the general. Big problem in Russia, it's that like people don't know well about jiu-jitsu. When you talk about jiu-jitsu, they ask like, what is this? They think jiu-jitsu is something like a capoeira. They really don't understand. And for my surprise, sometimes when you talk about jiu-jitsu, the guys are immediately ask like about Hélio Gracie, Carlos Gracie, Rickson Gracie. So some people know the history. They never saw the real jiu-jitsu, but they understand a little bit about this. To be honest, this question about how to promote jiu-jitsu in Russia, for example, it's really complicated, because in Brazil, it's not like in Abu Dhabi, for example. We don't have jiu-jitsu in the schools. We don't do like any a presentation in the parks or all this stuff. We don't need to do it. Normally, one friend call the other friend and invite him to go to the gym to train, or invite the guy to go to the tournament, or because we saw the UFC and we saw like, oh, this guy won, he's from jiu-jitsu, oh, what is this jiu-jitsu? And then it was interesting for us. But I really don't know how to promote the jiu-jitsu in this country. But I know that like people need to stop. They need to stop the guys try to stop the jiu-jitsu to grow in Russia. This is the most complicated part, you know, because look, many times we try to find a good place, big places to do the seminars, and big stars to Russia to do the seminars for all the people, because the community start to grow, and we can't do it because jiu-jitsu, it's not a sport in Russia. And then we try to find the tournaments, we try to do the tournaments here, and then we try to find the good place, comfortable place, big place to bring big tournaments in Russia. It's always a big problem, because some federations don't let us do this. If first thing people stop to do this and they let us work, jiu-jitsu will grow faster. Okay? I think we don't need to go to the park, we don't need to go to the school and talk about jiu-jitsu. They just need to let us work. They just need to let us develop jiu-jitsu and in Russia. They just need to let the federation, UAE or BJJF, come to Russia and do the big tournaments in here. And then the students, they will do their part. Because how people know about jiu-jitsu? One guy just come to the gym and he talked to one friend, who talked to the other friend, who talked to the other friend, who invited the friend to go to the tournament, and the guy look like he feel the energy, he look all the things who happen in the tournament, and he decided to come to jiu-jitsu. This is the best way to promote jiu-jitsu. Like when you bring people to you, and these people bring the other people. One guy come to my gym one day. He was in some restaurant, and he was talking to the other guy about jiu-jitsu. One guy on the other side was listening about jiu-jitsu. He said, "Man, why are you training jiu-jitsu? I really want to start to train jiu-jitsu." And he give the address, and the guy start to come here and train. And he bring more 2 friends. In my opinion, this is the best way. I will tell something now, and you can put or not in this interview, but when I started training jiu-jitsu, and all the black belts who grew with me, we was blue belt, we was purple, brown, and then we became black belts together. And of course, we walk to the guys who think like you, who have the same like education, you know, the same character. This is normal. So in my group, everybody was like this. But then when I start to meet the other black belts, and many of them, like some famous black belts who always talk about BJJ lifestyle, you know, how to sleep, how to eat, and how to treat people. And I was really like all my life I believe in this stuff. And then when you start to walk close to these guys, you can see like this is just fake. Many guys don't have this lifestyle. And for me, it's really, really sad to see this, you know. Many of them are just for business. Many of them, they just want to be famous. They have a team and gym because they need money, but they don't care about the people. I am not famous guy. I was not the best competitor. In my time, I did like the maximum to be one of the best. But as I told you, I started really late. I didn't start young in jiu-jitsu. But I am not more athlete. I try to put focus on my students, and I try to be the best, but the best coach for them. I don't try to be the best coach in Russia, the best coach in the planet, but I try to be the best coach for them. And when we talk about the coach, we talk about the friendship, you know, because jiu-jitsu, he just start here, but he don't finish here. People come here sometimes sad. People have problems in home, and they come here to train jiu-jitsu and forgot about the problems, but sometimes it's impossible. They just need to talk. They just need someone who listens them. How many times after train I stay here, after train like 1 hour, an hour and a half, how many times I went to my home and students call me, or we was talking in the chat about the problems until like 3, 4 in the morning. Everybody know I don't sleep in the night. I stay all night like walk like a zombie in my home, and they know like they can write me or call me during the night, and I will talk to them. I think this is a part of the jiu-jitsu about the lifestyle, helping people here. Helping people here, it's more easy than help them outside. It's really hard to find a coach who sit with you and listen all your problems, or try to help you and ask for nothing, just because he want to see you happy, just because he want to help you, you know. So I think coach, sometimes he's a brother, sometimes he's a father. He needs to be a father for some students, and I try to be the best one for them, but the best coach from them. I don't need to be the best coach in Russia or in the world. I just need to be the best for them. You know, I already talked about this situation in my first day when I come to Russia. Now I can tell like it was funny, but in that time it was not so funny. Before I come to Russia, I was in the special shop, and I told them like, look guys, I'm going to Russia, and there it's really cold now, so I need special clothes for this. And then they told me, okay, you can take this, you can take this, you can use like minus 30 degrees and everything will be okay. And then I told them, like, you are sure? They say, yes, it's okay. Man, I put these clothes, and when I came out from the airport, I almost died. I was not prepared. The clothes was complete shit. And I walked like 5 minutes to find the car. And in these 5 minutes, for me, was like 1 hour and a half walking, trying to find this car, you know? Was terrible. And the second thing was that, like, I was in my home, and then he write me like, so what do you think? Let's do some picnic. And then I was trying to understand like what kind of picnic, because have a lot of snow, was really cold. And in Brazil, picnic is that you go to the forest or you go to the park and you sit, you put fruits, you put like cakes, you put all these nice things to eat. I thought, okay, maybe we will do picnic in different place, I don't know. And then she came, I was like using jeans, normal shoes, and she asked me, what are you doing? And I told her, like, I'm okay, let's go to the picnic. And then she, you are crazy, we go to the florist. But she bring it to me like special clothes for this. And we went to the florist and have so much snow, we need to put the snow out. And then we start to do some barbecue there. So we put some fire because it was too cold. People was drinking like a wine, a little bit vodka, and I was just drink juice. And we stay like 8 hours in this and no, it was not 4 hours. It was something like 6, 7, 8 hours for me. Maybe it was 4 hours, but for me it was like 8 hours. And I was always put my both foot on the fire because I didn't feel my legs anymore. And she was asking me like, because it was the second time when we date like this, and she was asking me like, everything's okay, you want to go home? And I no, everything's okay, but I really want to go home, you know, but I just don't want to quit, and I don't want to show for her friends like I'm like a weak guy. So this was like a terrible day for me. So after that, I asked her never invite me for the picnic again. When we talk about the level in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu level in Russia, Brazil, America, and Europe, and it's hard, but we need to tell the truth. Fortunately, the Jiu-Jitsu in Brazil have a big crisis now because everybody knows the conditions in Brazil is not good, so people start to move to America. So America, we have the best coaches and athletes in the world. It's in America, and because of this, people now start to move to Europe. And in Brazil now we have not so much good black belts, you know. Of course we have a lot of black belts there. To be a good coach you don't need to be famous, but to tell the truth, the level in Brazil start to have some problems. In America start to grow a lot. You can see how much Americans won the European or the Mundial in lower belts and high belts. In Europe start to grow a lot. You can see Norway, they have one of the biggest team in Europe. They have like this front line, they have this Kimura. In England, they have like a really strong jiu-jitsu. I think it's one of the, after America, is one of the biggest place where they have jiu-jitsu, and the level and the quality it's really high. But when we talk about the Russia, it's more complicated, okay? Because the jiu-jitsu it's really young in Russia, it's really new in Russia, and I need to be honest. I think jiu-jitsu grow too fast here, because look how much black belts we have, how many black belts we have in Russia, how many Brazilians we have in Russia. Guys, when I came here, the guys was training alone. They was taking positions from YouTube. They was taking positions from seminars. The guys was going to the seminars in different countries to take some positions. The biggest problem here, it's that, like, not so much competitions. No one want to put money to help the athletes, and not so much good coaches in Russia, because we have like blue belts teaching, we have a purple belts teaching. It's not a problem. In my opinion, the white belt can teach the other white belt. This is not a big problem. He will be not a coach, he will be not a teacher, he will be not a master. But jiu-jitsu is that if you know something, you can help the other people. You know, it's not a big problem. The problem is when you call yourself coach, when you call yourself professor, but you are just a blue belt or purple belt, even brown belt, and you as a brown belt you start to give belts, you start to give degree, or you receive your black belt and you start to give black belt for everybody. You think like, oh, you are right, okay, now I'm black belt, I can give belts for everybody. And this is really bad for jiu-jitsu in Russia. If people can't see this. People can't see, they just can't see. So the community in Russia, it's really small. Because some guys won some small tournaments in Russia, they start to think like they are like the best guys, but they never compete international tournaments. And the more part of them, when they go, the results is not so good for many reasons. I think the level here, it's still like a low, but we have everything to be the first. If we need more coaches here, if we have more competitions here, if we have more gyms and more teams, if we have a people who really want to invest money and help people to follow their dreams, people who can come and train. I don't have a student, for example, who can just train all day. I don't have. All my students need to work. Even my white belts, new white belts, they don't work, but they have to spend all day in university. So for them, it's impossible to follow the dream like this. Also, if people in Russia start to stop and think about this, they are not helping jiu-jitsu, and they are not helping people giving the belts like this, or give a degree, or teaching how they are doing. You can teach people if you are white, blue, purple, but do this for free. Don't take money from them, because this is not right. Or if you don't have the support, one black belt behind you who can support. Sometimes the coach is in another part of the world, and you are here. I don't know what they learn, what they teach, because I don't know from where they learn, or what they learn, or what they teach. Sometimes I feel like really sad when I go to the tournaments and I look like the level in Russia, but sometimes I look like a really good guys who have a really good potential. We have so many good guys in Russia, and for my surprise, many of these guys train alone. They even have like a real coach. They train alone, and they have a really good level. I just imagine myself like if we put this guy in the right place and give all the support for him, we give it good partners for him to train, this guy can be good, can be great. So we just need a little bit more, and I'm sure 100% Russia can be number one in the European, in Asia, if we continue, can be number one in the world. Because talents we have. We just don't have people who want to help the fighters.
Туда. Привет, Сань. Ужасно выглядишь. Я Аюб Магомадов, представитель команды «Альянс». С большим удовольствием тренируюсь в этом зале у моего уже друга, у Криса. Данность такова у нас, что ты не всегда можешь получить должную тренировочную нагрузку, тренерскую, необходимую менторскую такую помощь, проводя тренировки у себя в зале. Я очень многому учусь у Криса. Есть техника, которую он мне показал, которую мы с ним разобрали, которую я активно применяю на соревнованиях. Какие-то моменты, связанные с подготовкой к соревнованиям, я смогу у него перенять. И, соответственно, получаю удовольствие от наших таких дружеских отношений, теплых. Мне очень нравится атмосфера, которая царит в клубе. Нравится общий уровень команды, я считаю, ее одной из лучших в России. И единственным клубом, который можно назвать клубом именно бразильского джиу-джитсу. Здесь нету каких-то таких территориальных особенностей, которые свойственны российским командам.
This is a really hard question for me when you ask me about my favorite athletes, because to be honest, I don't have. I have the guys who I really don't like to see. To be honest, I have guys who I don't like. Don't put me to sit and look some fights, especially when both guys sit and they do 50-50 or just berimbolo, both guys try to do berimbolo, I will not waste my time looking at this kind of video. To be honest, I like more the old school, so that's why I like to see all the fights in Masters and Seniors world, because the most interesting fight for me is in the Masters and Seniors because it's like an old school. So all the guys try to do takedowns, all the guys try to pass, all the guys try to finish. They never try to win by advantage. So I can tell you like some names. For example, I love to see Rafael Lovato, the way how he fought, he's so aggressive. I like to see Xande, how he fought, he's so calm. He do the things in the moment when he really need to do it. So he's really strategic guy. He never spend too much energy if he don't need. Of course, I like to see Roger Grace because almost all the fights he won by submission. Roger for me is an incredible guy. Saulo, so aggressive. Bernardo Farias, because everybody know I like to do half guard also, so Bernardo for me is the best half guard in the world. And when we talk about the new school, I have like I am big guy, but to be honest, I like to try some techniques who small guys also do. So I like to try like berimbolos, I like to try 50-50, I like to try lapel guards, all these new things. So to learn this, you need to look some fights for light guys. So I have like, when we talk about the new school, we have like Bruno Malfacini, for me is one of the best guys, Caio Terra, and Rafael Mendes. I think these three guys for me, when we talk about the new school, is like the best. Let's talk a little bit about the injuries, okay? Because the injuries is connected to how you train. When I started training Jiu-Jitsu, I have no one who can help me and give all the information. I was thinking like, if I train more and more, if I will be tired, if I feel pain, anyway, I can't stop to train. So I was training like this. I injured myself. Many times I broke the fingers, you know. I have problems in the shoulders, on the neck, but I never stopped to train because I understand like to be the best, you need to be tough. But this was a huge mistake for me because I was injuring my both knees, I was injuring my shoulder, and because I didn't stop to rest, to recover, or I didn't make physiotherapy, all this stuff, now I pay for this. Today, guys, I have like a problem in both knees. I need to stop to train, I need to stop to teach, to do surgeries. I have huge problems in my shoulders, in both shoulders. I need to also stop and do surgery in both shoulders just because I didn't care about my health.
Меня зовут Агата, мне 28 лет, занимаюсь борьбой с февраля 2016 года. Да, с большими перерывами, но занимаюсь усердно. Как я пришла именно в этот зал, да и вообще в джиу-джитсу, в октябре 2015 года были соревнования у мужа по бразильскому джиу-джитсу в Леон-База. И я очень наседала на мужа, чтобы он бросил этот вид спорта, так как свои причины, семейные обстоятельства. И он сказал, хорошо, я брошу борьбу, но при условии, что я схожу на свои последние, так сказать, завершительные соревнования. И на эти соревнования он взял меня с собой. Это были первые соревнования, на которые я поехала. Обычно я не ездила с ним. Я поехала на эти соревнования, и я помню, когда мы зашли в зал, я увидела всю эту атмосферу джитсеров, просто все в кимоно ходят, я не понимаю, что происходит, потому что до этого я даже не смотрела ни видюшки, вообще меня ничего не интересовало. Я просто стирала кимоно и вешала его на сушилку и думала, боже, что в этом может быть интересного. Но когда я зашла в зал Леон-База вообще, увидела всю эту атмосферу, и я помню, мы стоим на ресепшене, я с мужем стою, и сзади меня я слышу какой-то такой басистый голос, громкий басистый голос, разговаривающий с девушкой. И я поворачиваюсь, тогда я увидела первый раз Кристиана Систаро. Я увидела, как он стоит с Вероникой Чумаковой, они разговаривают на английском. И это было для меня вообще... Я смотрю такая на него, ничего себе, если это тренер, то я бы хотела к нему прийти, пожалуй. И я пошла смотреть на схватки, я смотрела схватки девочек, мальчиков, мне очень понравилось. И я думаю, боже, если бы у меня сейчас была с собой куртка и штаны, я бы одела и, наверное, тоже бы кинулась бы с ними третье бороться. Было очень интересно. И когда мой муж отборолся, он занял третье место. Это были очень тяжелые схватки. Он без перерыва боролся. И когда он сел ко мне, я подсела к нему и шепнула на ухо то, что если бы я занималась джиу-джитсу, я бы никогда не бросила этот вид спорта. И никогда бы не ушла, наверное, от такой команды, потому что это нужно было просто видеть и ощутить, как басистый голос тренера кричит «Гоу! Гоу!», как ребята кричат там «Давай, Саша!», еще что-то. И 2 месяца у меня ушло на то, чтобы уговорить мужа пустить меня в этот зал. Он долго переживал, потому что 3 детей, и роды сложные, он очень переживал. Но я все-таки уговорила его, он пустил меня. Первая моя тренировка была в феврале, было 3 схватки у меня. Все эти 3 схватки происходили примерно так. Я не знаю, что делать просто. Но Крис вселил в меня уверенность, несмотря на то, что у нас есть с ним барьер, это языковой, я не знаю английский, но он все равно вселил в меня надежду то, что посмотри, здесь все такие же, как ты, они пришли все так же, как ты первый раз, они не понимали, что делать, но посмотри, они теперь что-то могут, я научил их, я показал им, и эта уверенность со мной до сих пор идет. Мне очень нравится наш зал, я ходила в гости в другие залы, и каждый раз, приходя в другой зал, я думаю, о, нет, это не то, что мне нужно. Нету, у всех есть, но именно здесь создается вот это вот бразильское джиу-джитсу, вот эта вот вся атмосфера джиу-джитсу именно бразильского. Вот это вот, как проходят наши разминки, как проходят наши отработки, все до мелочей рассказывается, все до мелочей показывается. И несмотря на то, что нас здесь очень много, Крис успевает подойти к каждому и подсказать о его проблемах, где он что-то сделал не так. И я очень уважаю мнение тренера, он всегда находит на нас время и вне зале. Он в первую очередь не тренер, а друг наш, наверное. И потом, когда Саша изъявил желание быть детским тренером, Крис обрадовался, и Саша обрадовался, и они решили то, что да, пускай Саша попробует. Саша начал тренировать, мы начали ездить по соревнованиям разным детским, и тогда наши дети увидели всю, тоже они ощутили эту всю джитсовскую атмосферу, и дочка первая, ей было на тот момент 7,5 лет, да. Она тоже захотела, она сказала: папа, я хочу тоже приносить тебе медали, как ты мне. И вот уже ей 9 лет, она чемпион Европы, в этом году она выиграла медаль, призер Кубка Москвы, и она не собирается бросать. И почти 2 года она тренируется, но она очень довольна.
We have